what got you so hooked? Like, it's almost like I see people, and there are certain people that I'm envious of when it comes to the way they learn Torah and the way they kind of exude this passion for it. Like, it's
Mm,
almost like a thirst that can never be quenched, but continues to be quenched
mm,
with everything you learn.
mm.
And I'm just so curious for these people. Like, what is that thirst? What keeps you going? What's the addiction to Torah that just has you leave a degree, has you leave a whole life behind? Because you're not the only person that has these stories.
Mm,
You know,
mm,
actors, like people who, huge in other businesses, all of a sudden
mm,
find Torah and they're like, bye.
mm, mm.
I just want to check on the time for you.
Okay, thank you.
It's 11:50.
Mm. Yeah, we've got. That's a great question. Mm. It's quite hard to articulate. Um, it's a drive. It's a, it's a very, very powerful internal drive. There's a sense of mission and purpose and meaning and fulfillment and importance. There's like the most important thing. There's nothing more important. I'm doing like the most valuable thing that anyone could ever do in the world. So that's extremely engaging. It's like there's something very compelling to wake up for in the morning. This is the most valuable thing you could ever do with your time. Um, and that's a sense. And I suppose as I've developed more and more knowledge, it becomes confirmed and calibrated by what I learn and what I know and then what I experience. And so I'm always getting these insights. And those insights are very, very powerful for me in my life. They give me vision. They give me understanding. They give me comprehension of, well, what's going on in the world around me. And that's deeply satisfying to, I suppose, have clarity that I feel. Not obviously in an absolute sense, but having clarity in the process at least. Perhaps give you an example to see to illustrate what I mean. Um, yeah, this could be an example. So just from this week's parasha, last week's parasha, Yehuda comes and he confronts Yosef, who he thinks is this viceroy, and he approaches Yosef and he says, "Ki kamocha kapara, you're like Pharaoh." And Rashi says it means, I give you the same honor as I would give to a king. And then he says, or else it means, just like Pharaoh is untrusting, you can't trust him, he's not trustworthy, you're also not trustworthy, you're conniving. Or else it means, just like Pharaoh, not the person who is your master, but someone that lived hundreds of years ago in the time of Avram, was struck by a plague when he captured Sarah, you're going to get struck. Or else it means, I don't care about you or your king, I'll kill you both. Whoa. That's quite contrary levels of kind of intention in a single. So you could say, well, the alternatives. he said this or that or that or that. And there's like kind of different versions of what the dialogue was about. Or you could say perhaps there's different layers of the dialogue. On one layer it was, I'm giving you honor and respect. And underneath it is I'm threatening you. And I'm maligning you. And I'm doubting you. And then I thought to myself, yes, for sure. Because conversations happen on multiple levels. And you can be overtly respectful, whereas in the subtext, you're very undermining. That's an example that I'm looking at this dialogue and I'm saying, wow, what a great articulation of what happens in a conversation in life. As a general point. And then obviously there's the specifics of that conversation and it being a key point in a transition in history. I'll give you another example. Yosef goes and seeks his brothers and says, a man found him. Man found him and he said, what are you looking for? He said, I'm looking for my brothers. He says, they're over there. Ready? That was a great part of the narrative that we needed to include. Like, we needed to know how he got there. Why not just say, Yosef went out and they saw him coming. Why'd you need this? And he is found in the field by the man. So Rashi says, no, the man was Gabriel, an archangel. What? Why? How'd that get in there? So the Maharal explains Rashi's intention. He says that Yosef had gone to look for his brothers. He didn't find them. So he's going to turn around and go home. If he would have turned around and gone home, no Egypt, no Joseph, none, the entire world would be different. So the divine providence sent a crucial player. It says, who found Yosef? Yosef wasn't looking. He was ready to go back. He found him and he said, what you looking for? And directed him. Okay? Mm-hmm. Lesson for me in life. How many random people have I met that have redirected the course of my life? Whoa. You never know what is going to be the fulcrum, the turning point, the pivot. It can be from this irrelevant, inconsequential conversation that I had or I bumped into. And then with this insight, you see, oh wow, I surrender to a spiritual force. There's something bigger going on than I can anticipate.
There's so much to break down in this. Because like I want to ask you like how do you surrender, but I also want to ask if everybody is supposed to look at themselves as kind of like somebody who has the ability to help shape the course of history.
Yes.
You know?
I mean, we are. We definitely we are. Definitely we do. Every single one of us. To different degrees. But every single one of us, our presence in this world is so powerful. So powerful. Apart from the fact that the Mishnah in Sanhedrin says, Chayav Adam Loimar Bishvili Nivra Olam. A person is obligated to say, the world was created for me. It's not a selfish, egotistical, homocentric vision of the world. It's a recognition of the power of me. That I'm here for a purpose, and without me, the world will not be the same place. So each person in his own way. But my contribution to the trajectory of where the world's going to be is absolutely crucial.
So how do I fit in the fact that if I can say that the world was created for me, also being conscious enough to be able to say that the world is also created for you?
Because the way I understand the context that was created for me was, I have been given a unique mission and purpose to perform that no one else in the world can do. And so have you, and so have you. It's actually the affirmation of my individuated self. And that by implication makes room for yours and his and his and hers and hers.